What's up YouTube? Welcome to RobboVapes, and today we are taking a look and review at the Smok Majesty Kit. So I didn't think I'd buy another Smok device since the problem I had with the Alien. That was the last Smok Mag I had. So I purchased this yesterday using my own money. This was not sent to me for the purpose of a review. I got it in the blue carbon fibre. So we're going to have to take a quick look at that. So I'll dive down to the cam and I'll show you what comes in the box. So here we have the Smok Majesty Kit, which we're going to quickly unbox. So in here we have the Majesty herself in a beautiful carbon fibre body shell. Put it to one side. Underneath where the mod goes, you have battery warning safety guide from Smok. Check you have an authentic device. And we also have a Smok user guide. Inside here you have your ex-baby beast. You have a USB cable for firmware updates. Spare glass for your tank. And some O-rings and a top fill rubber grommet. So we'll put some Samsung 25Rs in here. Positive up, negative up. Pop the baby beast on. This shouldn't read new coil, as this was the last tank I used on it. 5 clicks to turn on. And yep, that's the screen. A very big improvement over the Alien. Take a close-up look at that. Very nice and flush. The tank sits flush on top as well, but it should do being a Smok tank. I've tried this on the Clito 120, also looking flush. So we'll go back up top and I'll have a vape on it and give you my thoughts. So that was a quick unboxing and setup of the Majesty. How does she vape? She vapes very well. I'm testing this out with the X-Baby. As you see in the previous, this week's episode of the Sunday Supplement, I did a quick test on the iPower, and yeah, they included a dead coil. The coil lasted a couple of seconds, and I let it sit on the table for a bit just to make sure it wicked properly as well. So yeah, not very good Smok. But we got another coil in here. It's working better. We've got it at just under 80 watts. Yeah, it works. It's a big baby beast. It's a remake of the big baby beast. It's still got that same muted flavour. I'm not a fan of their new version of it, because where is it? This is the dead coil, and as you can see, it's basically the baby beast coils surrounded in an extra metal casing, which then once it goes in the tank, it basically cuts off over half of the juice that go in that tank, which then brings it down to TPD standards. I have seen videos where I think you can get the chimney piece from the big baby beast into the tank itself, put an original baby beast tank coil, sorry, in there, and then you've got your 5 ml of juice again. The way UL have handled it with their Valerian, which you'll see in the next reviews, I'm a much more fan of. And surely it's a lot more cost effective for manufacturers to do this than having to replace coils, having to replace glasses to make. I mean, the way the Cletos and the Cleto 120 did it, where they basically just made a thicker glass, I'm sure that still costs quite a bit of money to do. But you'll see that in the next review, which we'll cover. But that's the onto the tank. That's the tank done. Onto the actual device itself. I like it. It is a great device. It looks good. I like the carbon fibre finish. I didn't like the resin look of the other colours. I think the blue goes well with quite a lot of my tanks. It looks good on the Cleto 120. It looks great with the Valerian. It looks good with the Zeus. Although I haven't actually used the Zeus yet. I've just put it on top just to see what it looked like. But yeah, I'm very impressed with the actual build of the device itself. Operating system wise, it's still quite clunky. You know, it's still very clunky. You have to press God knows what to get into menus. The other thing, I don't like the fact that it doesn't round robin, and a couple of times I've put tanks on and it hasn't asked me for a new coil, which it should do really. The Aspire Archon does it every time you put a tank on there. This should do it, because it's a good job I looked, because I was almost about to take a hit on the Beyond Vape Solo at 89 watts. That would have blew my mouth off. So hopefully with a software update that can be fixed and rectified. The other niggling point is it doesn't round robin, and some of my cheaper devices round robin. So you'd have thought they would have incorporated that into their kit. It's not all bad though. I like how it's quick to fire compared to the Wismet Predator, where sometimes it would work as soon as you pressed it. Sometimes you would be pressing the button, nothing happened, and then you hold it down, and eventually it wakes itself up. It's a big mod, so majority of your tanks are going to sit flush on there. Like I said, I've used it with the Cleto 120. I've used it with the Cleto, the Baby Beast, the X Baby Beast. Well, this one. Even the Beyond Vape Solo looks alright on it. Would I take this out and about with me? Probably not, no. I'm not after the Alien. I mean, the Alien, that I didn't even leave the house and it got scratched. So I'm probably a bit more wary about taking this out. I mean, not to say you can't take it out with you. It's up to you, really. But me personally, this will be staying at home as an indoor vapor. I like the fact that it's quick to scroll. You know, some of the devices I've tried in the past, it's a very slow rise and decrease in wattages. I haven't tested temp control yet because I've got nothing to test that with. But all in all, I am very impressed with this. I'm just not happy with the inclusion of the X-Baby, and I'm definitely not happy with the coil from the X-Baby. You'd have thought a royal themed device would go with a royal themed tank, aka the Prince. That would have made a lot more sense, in my opinion, to include the Prince with the Majesty. But I like it. It's really good. I do like it. I like the subtlety of it. I don't like what Smok, half of the stuff Smok's coming out with. They either look like guns, toys, light up accessories, or MP3 players. So I quite like the subtle look of the Majesty, which originally is what attracted me to the Alien. I mean, this is effectively Smok's new Alien, and I think they're onto a winner here. I just hope it's all last the test of time and I don't get bit in the butt again, like with the alien. So that is my review. Do I recommend buying this? Yes. Yes, I do recommend buying this. Not as a kit. I do not recommend buying this as a kit. There's a lot more better tanks than the X-Baby. I recommend trying to get this cheaper, just the device itself. Or if you do get the kit, use the X-Baby as a backup. Because if you can find an original Big Baby Beast, you're probably going to find it cheaper. And then if you use it, if you order online from out of the EU, you'll get it at a 5mm capacity. But the device itself is a good thumbs up, and that is my review of the Smok Majesty. RobboVapes out.